Hey guys, it's Chameleonaire. You ever get into a dispute after the fact and thought maybe you were too harsh to the person or persons, or thought you could have handled it in a different way, thinking to yourself, am I the asshole? Well, that's what I'll be talking about in this video. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, I'll be reading from the subreddit called Am I the Asshole? This is a place where users discuss real-world interpersonal conflicts and receive feedback from others, allowing for the exchange of opinions suggesting a different approach. I'll be reading from two stories, talking about if the person was the asshole or not. If you have ideas or thoughts, please express them in the comment section below. For those that don't know, Smash Brothers is one of the few things I'm actually good at, so I'll be using that gameplay for these stories, and today I'll be playing with one of my mains, Pit 2, otherwise known as Dark Pit, so let's get into it. First story, am I the asshole for telling all my family that if I'm babysitting, there are no rules? My family tends to stick me, female 18, with my nieces and nephews when we get together. I am also the go-to for babysitting. I do not get paid for this because since my siblings watched me when I was little, I owe them. I don't really mind. I love all the kids and they are all well behaved and polite. With me at least, because I don't put up with their shit. I established dominance early with them all. I also have no shit to give when it comes to the rules regarding watching them. I would never allow them to get hurt or anything. I just won't follow a huge list of rules. If you want your kid to eat vegan, then you better bring a vegan meal for them. Otherwise, they get pizza, or dino nuggies, or hot dogs. If they aren't allowed to watch woke movies or TV, then it's up to you to provide a TV or media because I'm putting on Frozen or something. My parents keep telling me that I have to follow the rules when I'm babysitting. I just keep asking why. What's the worst anyone can do to me? Take away my free babysitting? Oh, poor me. We are in Jasper right now and it's been hot as balls. I took the kiddos cliff jumping at Horseshoe Lake. I brought them back wet and filthy. Everyone told me that I was being a shit babysitter. I offered a full refund, then I went and got a beer with some friends I made at the lake. I have a full scholarship and when I turned 18, I got a small inheritance. It's enough that I won't have to work for spending money during my university years and put a down payment on a house. I'll probably leave it though. I literally do not need financial help from my family, so they have no hold over me. My siblings and I got the same inheritance. Except I was only 3 when my grandmother passed away, so it's been collecting compound interest for almost 20 years. My trust fund is about 4 times what my siblings each got. My family thinks I'm being an entitled ass, but they also won't pay me. I am more than willing to follow any rule I am paid to follow. Is she the asshole? No. If they wanted rules for their kids, they should pay another babysitter so they can get their money's worth. And not to mention, your siblings watched you to help your parents. You technically don't owe them anything, so it's nice that you're willingly helping your auntie and uncles. If there's a debt to be paid, your parents should pay it. I feel like you're playing the role of the cool auntie very well. I also feel like if the kids are naturally well behaved, then you wouldn't need rules for them to follow. It'd be different if they were like baby's kids. That would make sense, having a lot of rules. The only thing that I'm concerned about is the cliff diving thing. This could be different between country to country, but I've never did such a thing when I was a kid, and hoped that the cliff wasn't too high, but from reading this, it seems like the kids were properly supervised, so I suppose that's okay. Funny that you offered a full refund for your services, so in conclusion, you aren't the asshole. Last story. Am I the asshole for not punishing my daughter for what she said? My husband and I are slightly more well off than my sister's family. Because of this, my parents do more for them than they do for us. When it comes to gifts, my daughter, Maddie, 7, gets things from the dollar store while my nephews get whole Lego sets, iPads, and even Disney trips. If my sister needs babysitting, they will drop everything for her last minute. If I need it, I have to give them 2 weeks heads up as well as proper payment. Because of this clear favoritism, my daughter doesn't even have a good relationship with them. If you ask her about her grandparents, her mind automatically goes to my husband's parents because she forgets that she has 2 pairs. Earlier today, we're having a rare meetup with my parents. My daughter asked if she can go on the trampoline outside. My dad said no because it's for my nephews. My daughter begged, but my dad still said no. Maddie then stomps away and says, "This is why I like my other grandma and grandpa more." My parents looked at me expectantly, but I didn't do anything. I recently got off a call with my mom saying I should have told Maddie that it was wrong to say. I told her, "What do you expect? She thinks y'all hate her and y'all do nothing to dispel those thoughts." She got quiet for a bit, then still said I shouldn't have let her say something like that to the family and hung up. My husband is on my side, but he also isn't a fan of my family, so I need an opinion on the outside. Am I the asshole? Edit. To make some of you feel better, we don't bring her around them. Often she only sees them on the holidays with the rest of our extended family. We were only visiting today to get something I was left in a will. As for babysitting, I have asked only twice in extreme emergencies and they said no. I also talked to them about this and they said it's not favoritism, she just needs less help because we're better off. Update, just got off the phone with my uncle. Apparently dad called him ranting about how disrespectful we are. Apparently this all stems from me going to college. Dad said since I had to be all hooty tooty and go to college, I shouldn't need his help and I should be living the easy life. He also said I'm very selfish for taking away help from those who need it. Not sure what to think about all of this. He's never brought up having a problem with that before. I'm going to discuss this with the rest of the family because with the holidays approaching, I don't want to cut everyone else out to avoid them, so I'm going to ask how they feel about this. First, I'm sorry to Maddie for having grandparents that feel like love is materialistic things. And no, this person isn't the asshole. But I gotta say, if you know your daughter isn't the biggest fan of your parents, why even make her be around them? But then again, you were just there to get something back. But still, my main question though is why haven't you called out your parents for their blatant favoritism? I definitely feel some type of way if my mom and dad stiffed my kids because those are my damn kids. What's your problem? Glad to know her husband's parents are actually showing her love. It's gonna suck for the mom's parents when Maddie gets older and grandparents suddenly want to come around and she resents them because she didn't forget her childhood. So in conclusion, you aren't the asshole. So that concludes this video's Am I the Asshole? I plan on doing more of these because I like reading these and I also would like to know how you guys feel about these stories. So be on the lookout for those. Don't know when I'm gonna upload it. I kind of will just upload it when I can. So thanks for watching. I'm Chameleonaire. I'll see you next time.